First thing that I'm gonna do is open up Imovie. And I go like that, and you hear like a how I do my text since I don't do it in Imovie. Hi guys. Welcome back to my channel. First off, I'm pretty stuffy today. I did a whole poll thing on Instagram being like, I'm stuffy, should I film this video or should I wait until I don't sound like this? So far, 100% of people have said it's not that noticeable. I just didn't know if it would be annoying. Anyway, today's video is one I've been wanting to do for a very long time, and I have just put it off again and again and again because it's just a lot of information, and I don't mean to say that to overwhelm you if you are thinking about starting a YouTube channel or anything. It's not hard. It just seems like a lot, and maybe it seems like a lot to me because this is all information that I have been accumulating over the past year, so it feels like a lot. So I film on my Canon G7X Mark II. I love it, but I only just recently got it a few months ago. I have always used my laptop to edit though, and I use Imovie because it's free. It's the most simple thing, I think, so far at least. So I film on my camera, and when I have my clips, I take out my SD card and I put it into here. This is a little SD card reader, and then stick this into my laptop. I already put my clips into my computer so that I can put them into Imovie. I did that before we started. First thing that I'm gonna do is open up Imovie. Oh, I need to screen record, and I don't know how to do that. I've only done it once before. I have one video in there. It's my beach trip video that I just posted. By the time you're watching this, it will have been posted for a while, so if you haven't watched that, go watch it. But the first thing I'm gonna do is hit create new movie, and it brings you to this. You're probably wondering, okay,
what does that mean? Where do I go? How do I import my stuff?
You can hit this little guy up here, or you can open up your Finder. I'm going to be editing my Amazon must-haves video. So I have my clips in here. I'm gonna just grab all of these and drag them into this area. This is like your field of all of the things that you're gonna use for your video. All you gotta do after that is drag those clips down to your timeline. This is all the easy stuff. I'm just gonna drag my clips down in here. These ones are going to be overlays in the video. So whenever I get to the part where I'm talking about those things, I'm gonna insert these clips over the video so you can see it. But my voice will be in the background, and I'll show you how to do that. Next, I'm going to go in. I always keep a video. Oh, I'm gonna name it Amazon must-haves. I always keep at least one video in my projects so that I can go in and take my intro from there. So I just go in. They're black right now because I deleted some stuff and it's just dramatic, but it's fine. And I find all the stuff that I want to use for this video, and I just copy them and bring them over to this video, and I'm just gonna paste them. So this is my video content here. I'm just gonna drag that over to where it's supposed to be. So this is going to be the intro part. This is the little thing that goes and then the bloopers play. I don't need that gap. And then this is my end screen. It's black right now, so it wants me to re-enter the thing, my little intro. It's just dramatic like that. I just bring it back in. Imovie likes to hem and haw, but you just gotta be like, calm down. It's not that deep, and we'll get through it together. The easy stuff is done. All we did was we put our SD card in, we dragged our footage into Imovie, and we put that footage into the timeline. And then we took my stuff that I put in every video, I just copied it from another video and pasted it into this one. So I guess I will just go over the gist of what we're looking at. This is our timeline down here. This is our field of work. These are all my clips, all of my media, just everything is in this little thing. Audio is just gonna be all of the Imovie audio. They have songs, they have sound effects, just a bunch of stuff at your hands. It's all free, no copyright issues, it's just all there. Titles is if you want to put text on your video, you can use this, but if you use the Imovie titles, it fades in and fades out. I like my text to just appear and come off. So I use Keynote for those things, but we'll get to that. And then there's just some backgrounds on here and transitions. So when my video switches, a subject changes or a setting changes, and I go like that, and you hear like a I like to use the slide left. So that's all that stuff on the left. And then this up here is just different little things that you can do with the video, but when we get into details, I'll go over that. This down here is just how your timeline expands. So when I do my rough cuts, which is the first thing that I do when I edit, when I do those, I put it at the widest setting so that I can see every little thing. That is a personal preference. I do that because in my videos, I like to edit out every space and breath. Step one of the editing process is rough cutting. All that is deleting the parts of the video that obviously are not gonna make it into the final product. If I'm sitting here thinking about what to say, all of this space is gonna get cut out. I expand my timeline, and all of this down here is the audio of what I'm saying, and there's nothing there because I'm not talking. So I can just go all the way back here. I don't need any of that. So to split a clip, Command B. I'm pretty sure you can right click and hit split clip as well. You can do that. I will just hit delete, and that whole space at the beginning is gone. This is gonna be the longest screen recording of my life. So basically all I do is I go through the whole video. Rough cutting takes the longest out of everything because it's just you playing through the whole video. But as you can see, I have 25 minutes and 14 seconds of footage right now, which really is not bad. So this should not be a video that takes a long time to edit. So it's like not as bright as I would. Okay, I don't know why it's doing that. I think it's because it's screen recording, so it's like glitching a little bit. Let's ignore that. See a space right here, and that's 0.3 seconds, so it's really not that crazy. It doesn't have to be taken out, but again, it's my personal preference. I'm gonna take that out because it lets, I think, the video run smoother, and it's a little bit more engaging if I'm taking out breaths, because if I leave those in there, then the video moves really slowly, and it looks like I don't know what I'm saying. You see what I'm saying here? But if I take out all those breaths, it runs a lot smoother. Okay, I'm not gonna actually go through and rough cut the whole video on camera for you guys. We're gonna stop there. I'm literally only like 45 seconds in, but I just split a few of the clips. While I'm doing that, I will also listen to any of the funny things, and I'll keep some of the breaths and the rambling and the me messing up my words or thinking of what to say. Sometimes I'll keep those and use it as a blooper. But again, that's a personal preference. I like putting bloopers in my videos because I feel like it shows you that I'm a human being that messes up. But I would cut that, make my timeline smaller just because it's faster to get to the end where my bloopers are. I click in between my little, I don't know what this is called, and my end screen, and I just Command V to paste it. And there's a blooper. My throat is really dry. So that's how I do bloopers. Super simple, just copying and pasting is all it is. Once I have gone through and done all of the rough cutting, I go back through, I start at the beginning, and I put in music. And while I'm doing the music, I also go through and do more specific edits, like taking out any extra stuff that I don't want in there and I didn't realize it when I was rough cutting. Sound effects, color and audio, filters, those are all up here. So if I take this clip, I need to film the video. I need to get things done. If I wanted to put a little sound effect, I click this little guy up here, hit audio, and these are all of the effects. My go-to is the shortwave, and it sounds like this. I need to film a video. And if I wanted to do that plus a filter over it, I can do this to make it look chaotic. I need to film a video. I need to get things. So that is part of my specific editing, as well as zoom-ins, which sometimes my video will go quickly in and out, and sometimes it'll slowly go in or slowly go out. That one is called Ken Burns. To do the quick in and out, you hit the cropping icon. Fit is just gonna be the whole thing. It's not gonna do anything. Crop to fill is what you do if you want it to go quickly in or quickly out or whatever. So you'll just crop it, move it to wherever you want it, and hit the check mark. And now I just used a little brow gel, and that was it. And here we are. And then it goes back out on its own to the next clip. Or you can do Ken Burns. You can start it wherever you want. You can end it wherever you want. This is the default. So you can hit the check, and it should slowly go in. I just brow gel, and that was it. And that's it. So those are zoom-ins. If you would like sound effects, let's say I want this sound effect, and I can put that and just drag it into my timeline. The green is the audio, and the blue is the video. Yeah, I need to get things done. Whipping out the ring light. And there's a sound effect. If you want any specific sound effects, normally I will just go to YouTube and look up like ding dong sound effect. Another specific edit that I do is I can insert a picture. I'm just talking about the beach trip that I went on, and I want to insert a picture right here. I'll show you how to do that. Go into our Finder, find the picture you want to use, and drag it into your field of work. Here's my picture, and I'm just gonna drag it over my video on top of it. Automatically, it does it so that it's just the picture and you can't see my face anymore, and it's on Ken Burns automatically, so it's zooming in. Let's say I do want to have the video cover my face as I'm speaking, but I don't want it to zoom in. I'm just gonna go to the crop and hit fit, and then it's not gonna do that. It's gonna stay the same. It's not gonna move. Let's say I don't want it to cover my face. I'm gonna double click on the picture. Right now it's on cutaway. Cutaway is when it covers the whole screen. What I want is picture in picture. So I'm gonna hit that, drag it to wherever I want it to be. Dissolve is what makes it fade in and out. The picture itself is fading. So I'm gonna change that to 0 and make sure it's still on fit. And now it's just gonna pop up and pop off. And then you can add a little sound effect where that picture starts so that it like gives it a little more pizzazz. You can add a click sound effect or the bottle cork sound effect. Those are my go-tos. There's also a golf hit sound effect, sounds like this. The last specific kind of edit would be how I do my text, since I don't do it in Imovie. So I will open up Keynote. Let's say I just want to put Amazon must-haves over the video. It's gonna pop up. I'm gonna hit new. I just click whichever one because I'm gonna get rid of whatever it has. Just gonna highlight it and delete it. I'm gonna hit the little text box, and let's say I want it to say Amazon must-haves. We're gonna click that. We're gonna make it nice and big. This part is really just all you. You do whatever you want. There's my little text. If I export that as a picture and put that as an overlay, it's going to keep that white background there. I don't want that. I want it to just be the text, aka a PNG. Yes, you can save it and export it as a PNG. That's not gonna work. You have to go to color fill, hit no fill, so that it's black, but you're gonna go to File, Export to Images. Right here where it says Format, if I leave it as JPEG, then it will show up as a black screen. So I'm gonna change that to PNG, next. So that's saved. I'm gonna go back into iMovie, go here, hit this little arrow, or I can go into my Finder and just drag it in, but I'll show you guys this way too. And I saved it as whatever this word is. We're gonna import selected, and it's right here. Then you do what we do with the picture, and you just drag it down in here and it's up there. Cute. I'm going to hit fit because I don't want it to zoom in or out. I leave it as cutaway because I want it to cover the whole screen, just like how it looks right there. I can put in a sound effect if I want to and make it more exciting, but that is the gist of how to put in text without it fading in and fading out like the iMovie defaults do. Or you can do that if you want. I do it on some of my videos. That's pictures and overlays. To put a video overlay in here, somewhere in this video I'm gonna talk about how I really like my LED lights, and as I'm talking about that I want to show the clip that I have of the LED lights. So I'm gonna drag that over it, and when I'm talking about it, it's just gonna play over it, just like that. But there's audio in the LED clip. I don't want that, so I'm just gonna turn it down, all the way down, so that that's off, and that you can hear my voice instead, but you're seeing the LED lights. That is an overlay. And it's just gonna play. It doesn't line up now because I haven't rough cutted the whole thing. Cutted is not a word, it's just not. Those are actually all of the specific little editing things that I can think of. You can speed something up, or you can slow it down. You can do a freeze frame where it just kind of stops. If you want to color grade, that's what this little art palette is for. So let's say I want this to look different. I can put the shadows down, put the shadows up. This is contrast. There are two things for contrast: brightness, another contrast, highlights, saturation, and temperature. But that is how you do that.
Details.
Music. I get my music either from Thematic or just the YouTube Studio Library. If you get a song from the YouTube Studio Library, you should not get copyrighted. Those are all free. And then Thematic, I don't even have the full version. I don't pay for it. It has a pretty good selection of songs. You just download it, and there is stuff that you have to put in the description to credit the artist. I'll go into my essentials, and let's say I want to use this song. That's from the YouTube Studio Library. Should not get copyrighted. I don't have to put anything in my description. I'm just gonna drag it down. I mean, that's really it. And I obviously turn down the volume so that you can actually hear me speak. After I go in and do my music and any specific edits, the video at that point is pretty much done. So all that's left would be final touches. Again, this is personal preference, but I like to have this thing at the beginning where it goes, in today's video, and then it plays random clips. This part doesn't really take long because at that point I know the video well, and so I know where things are. I have a subscribe green screen that I'll put over the video. When you put a green screen in, you have to go up to cutaway and hit green blue screen so that you don't actually see the green. And you can make your own end screen. I made mine just on Canva and I saved it as a picture, and I just insert that into the end of my video. I make it 10 seconds because that is the part where the two videos come up at the end of the video and like my little subscribe button. But you won't actually put those two videos and the subscribe button until you're uploading the video in YouTube. And then I will do my thumbnail. Thumbnails are like a whole nother thing. I hope that this helped. Don't be overwhelmed. I've been doing this for a long time, and some of these things I only just learned. Honestly, all you really need to know how to do is split a clip. I'm sure you know how to copy and paste things. Like it's really just getting used to the software that kind of takes some learning and practicing, and
Practice makes perfect.
And I'm still not perfect. So at this point, my Amazon must-haves video should already be up. You guys should definitely go check that out if you haven't already. Now that I've been talking for a year and a half, I'm gonna end the video. I do hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to like it, subscribe, do all of the things, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye. Okay. So that's not how that's said. This is a lot.